In a recent interview, Joe Biden essentially said that if you're even considering voting for Trump over him, then you ain't black. And New York Times' Nikole Hannah Jones agrees with him. Let's look at that. Now, in case you think I'm just making this up and Joe Biden said nothing like that, here are the words directly from his own mouth.
Long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Let me reiterate that just one last time. I'll tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or for Trump, then you ain't black. Here we have Joe Biden telling African Americans if they don't agree with him on his policies and if they don't vote for him, that they're not really black. And Nikole Hannah Jones from the New York Times essentially agreed with him. If you don't know who she is, I can't really blame you. Just to give you a reminder, she essentially spearheaded the 1619 Project by the New York Times, which was a collection of works by many activists and some historians talking about how America was essentially this horrible racist place and that slavery has impacted virtually everything that we have right now. And not to get off track too much, but the 1619 Project was full of falsehoods and lies, one of which is this. They claimed that one of the primary reasons for the Revolutionary War was that the colonists decided to declare their independence because they wanted to protect the institution of slavery. Now, according to that, it kind of implies that Britain was on the verge of perhaps abolishing slavery, or they were very close to doing so. But that's not accurate whatsoever. You see, slavery wasn't abolished in Britain until 1833, almost a half century after the Revolutionary War. So that's complete made-up nonsense. It is not one of the primary reasons of the Revolutionary War. It just sounded good, and so they put it in the 1619 Project. But this isn't really a history lesson on the 1619 Project, so let's just jump back into what's important about this. So she doesn't really have a history of being the best journalist, but she is still loved by many on the left. Seemingly, in response to Joe Biden receiving flack for him saying, "You're not black if you don't vote for him," she said the following. "There is a difference between being politically black and being racially black. I'm not defending anyone, but we all know this and should stop pretending that we don't." She's saying, I guess, something similar to Joe Biden, that you can be African American or black, but if you're a conservative and not a liberal, you're not really black, you're just kind of black. And let's not pretend these are the only two people who've said it. Just last year, Ayanna Pressley, the illustrious member of the Squad, said essentially the same thing.
Because we don't need any more brown faces that don't want to be a brown voice. We don't need black faces that don't want to be a black voice. And if you're worried about being marginalized and stereotyped, please don't even show up. Because we need you to represent that voice.
Now, the reason I'm bringing all of this up is not to try and claim that all Democrats are racist or anything like that. And I just think this shows exactly how the Democratic Party does play racial politics. They claim the Republicans are the racist and that they only cater to white people and all of that nonsense. However, those in the mainstream Democratic Party can say that you're not black unless you agree with their policies, and that's somehow okay. Make no mistake, that's what they're saying. If you have trouble deciding between voting for Joe Biden or Donald Trump, then you ain't black, according to Joe Biden. And don't forget, this is the same Joe Biden who said about Mitt Romney that if elected, he would put y'all back in chains. So I understand that being white, many people are going to disregard what I say because it's not relevant and I haven't experienced being black. And that is, I guess, accurate. But Joe Biden has also not experienced being black, and what he said is much worse than anything I've said here. I'm not pretending to be super outraged by this. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy. Democrats claim Republicans are the ones who are racist, while they at the same time are implying and outright saying, you're not really black unless you vote for a Democrat. How is that not racist? And what are your thoughts about this? Go ahead and let me know down in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a like. If you haven't seen all of my other videos, I would invite you to go check some of them out. I think some of them are actually pretty good, but maybe I'm a little bit biased. Who knows? Anyway, I'll see you next time.